Australia, in Israel, wherever we are the colonizers. We are the colonizers, and we live at the expense of the assault, Europe's assault on Africa, the kidnapping of African human beings, the trafficking, all of these things that we hear today. This is where it came from. Hundreds of years of assaulting and stealing everything that African people and Africa as a continent had and putting it into the hands of white people. And so this is why, as the chairman has said, the true class struggle, the true working class in the world is the African and colonized working class, not white people, because all white people, and you know this is true, you and I know this is true, by just living our lives and seeing it, all white people sit on the pedestal, on the backs of African and indigenous people. And, you know, the statistic.
I'll sure will clear this up, but just know we're not African, okay? We are Aborigines indigenous, and we've been here in this United States of America, although it's not the real name. That name is a bullshit ass name, just like the other names I came up with was bullshit. But I digress.
That even only reason.
So let me make this very clear. See, when you're able to let this out like this, your life is a whole lot more better. And you're not looking for your life to be better externally, because that's not where life starts at for you to be better. It starts internally. So she is at peace with herself, telling the truth and walking in her truth. You see? But all the rest of you that use cognitive dissonance, that are benefiting from the suffering, the genocidal acts, the scientific experiments on women, children, and men. And you look around this planet today and you are afraid that the ozone layer is being removed at such a rapid pace. The intensity of the sun has increased. The changes on the planet as far as earthquakes, weather anomalies, has increased exponentially. Famine is starting to kick in on this planet. Famine. Viruses and diseases are next, because of the frequency of the sun, and more importantly, because you as a species collectively, individually and collectively refuse to acknowledge the fact that your lifestyle that you are living today is directly off the blood of yesterday, of women, children, and men, the organic species of this planet. Every one of you is benefiting from the destruction of so-called black people. Every last one of you. And it's not just the white plate race, it's the Asian race, it's every species. And even our own brothers and sisters have.
Yeah, the Blackamoors have greatly benefited, and some of our own brothers and sisters have, unfortunately, which is pretty fucked up, greatly benefited off our own backs. And all the outside nations, not just the white man. That's our problem. Y'all don't want to look at everybody else. Y'all doing like these camps. I don't care what nationality. The Africans that are not us, they not gonna exist. All the white folks of all these different nationality whites, they not gonna exist. The Chinese and all them other type, Japanese and stuff, not gonna exist. The Mexicans, the Spaniards, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, the Cape Verdeans, hold on. No, Barbados is straight. But all the rest, I almost messed up. I didn't want to do that to y'all. But all those, and there's plenty of other different nations that I didn't even get to mention. So let's not forget all the rest of the nations that I didn't mention. They're not gonna make it. They have to pay, and their payment is death. Their payment is death. That's their payment. That's their payment, man. And that's why it doesn't make sense to listen. A lot of us made this mistake, so I'm not throwing no stone, but it doesn't make sense to date or be involved with any outside nations, nevertheless have a child with them. Cause damn it, dude. And I gotta look. I have to face this fact. I have to face this fact too. Cause I can't throw a stone. But literally, the childs that we had by people that were not us, or even they were half us, which still is gonna fuck you up, because if it has any bit of that outside nation DNA in it, it cannot make it. You set that child up for doom, and that child did not ask to be here. And I have to look at myself for that too, because my past marriage, y'all already know, and I didn't know. Man, the camps lied to me about some shit, boy. I really thought, but it doesn't matter what I thought, because I was wrong. I found out the truth, and the fact is that it's really only about us. If they didn't come straight from the ether, then it don't matter. And that's the sad part. And that's why I understand camps, when they first was talking, the ones that were first came out before the camp started telling y'all to get involved with all these outside nations. The first camp that did come out was telling y'all not to get involved with anybody like that. They was telling y'all it doesn't make sense, because if you marry them, deal with them, date them, and have a child with them, either way, you're messing up yourself, and you have to detach from anything that has to do with of them, anything that has to do with them, and that means something deep that I don't even want to say on camera, because that's tough, man. It is what it is. And this is why the source let or allowed some things to happen in my life to make sure I wouldn't be around. You know what I'm saying? To make the mother be so messed up that the child I would not be able to raise my child, because I wouldn't be around the child, because she would literally do something totally crazy. And because I wouldn't turn against her, they would be on some shit, making sure that she would never ever see her child again. I know I can go see my child. I said has moved away and all that stuff and whatnot have you. But the fact that I didn't stab her in the back for them like they wanted me to, they don't like me. No, I'm not talking about my family. I'm talking about the people who did that and took the child. They don't like me because I didn't go against the person that I was with. I'm not one to stab somebody that I'm with in the back. But listen, the fact, and I'm glad he said that. And that's why there's no way to get away from it. I know many of y'all say y'all read it, y'all see it, but y'all don't believe it because they party all and all this other stuff. I heard y'all say all types of stuff when it comes to that, or that's not fair. Some folks even said it's not righteous. And I ain't talking about the last brother I spoke to, because you talking about that's not righteous about something totally different, not the shit that we talking about. And this is sad, bro, but it is what it is. It's not like I'm making this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Adapted this mentality to capitalize off our own self-destruction, even those that come at you and speak Black Power talk. Mm-hmm. You have to watch those first. Understand and overstand what your brother, your angelic, benevolent being brother is telling you. Understand what I am saying and overstand what I am saying to you, mother of humanity. Everything that we are living today is a direct result of genocidal abuse. From 1619 to 1719, they have murdered over 274,000 women, children, and men on this planet. Women, children, and men. They wiped out 2 continents with venereal diseases alone. That is disgraceful. That's 1.9 million a week from Sunday to Sunday. That's how much killing and slaughtering took place. And those very genes, that very bloodline, is at hell bent on educating your children, psychologically and medically evaluating your children, policing your children, having your children in their economic system, having your children playing football, basketball, entertaining them. They are hell bent on that, telling you that you would be an unfit parent if you don't bring your child to their medical facilities to get examined. When they fed your children to crocodiles, when they fed our babies to crocodiles. This is why the so-called real angelic so-called black man is upset today. I don't know nothing about these boys that's whining on here or over the internet about other bull crap. This goes back to genetics. Everything, every problem that is plaguing so-called black people, from depression, anxiety, to physical health, heart disease.
And you have to overstand and understand and take a step back and look at the whole thing and fully understand to overstand that every nationality who was not blackety black, from the Spaniards, every single Spaniard you can possibly think of, to all the white nationalities, to the Chinese nationalities, to the East Indian nationalities, anybody you can think of that's not black, they did that to us. They fed our babies to alligators. This is why they have to pay. And this is why I told you not to go amongst them. Don't deal with them. Don't mix it. Don't have kids with them. This is why I told all y'all that. This is exactly why. So you have to understand. It ain't like people saying shit to be hateful or anything like that. It's just people telling y'all the truth, and a lot of y'all don't like the truth. This is why y'all killed the teachers. Let me just be very honest with y'all. The teachers, the 4 teachers, because there's only 4, him, me, and oh, no, that's 5. Sorry, him, me, for that I know of so far. Him, me, and there's 3 other ones that right now that are really pushing nothing but straight facts and giving receipts. I've been doing it for a long time, just like me. Y'all don't understand. Let me just say this way. Ascended masters come back because those are the ones that's got to come back to do the job. And they don't get conjured up. Demons get conjured up. We choose to come back. Why do you choose to come back? Because we care about people. We have a big heart. We really care about the collective. We understand it's about the collective, so we have to come. We don't have to, but we choose to come back. Because it's the only way to get shit straightened out, to be dead honest with you. We gotta wake motherfuckers up. We got a job to do. We know we're gonna come down. They're gonna fucking attack our family and everything they can. Their devil's gonna try to fuck everything up they can, from our freaking to everything it can. You know what I'm saying? From work, marriage, everything. Anything it can fuck up or try to fuck up. That's the devil's gonna try to do, because it's trying to stop you. It's trying to stop us. So just know the Ascended Masters come back. And we come back because we choose to come back. Whatever we discuss is signed up there in the ether, or verbally agreed to in the ether, was discussed, and that's our business. And most of you Ascended Masters, because there ain't many of you, I know how many there are now. That's so funny, 144,000 of the Ascended Master teachers, which is not a lot. It does say there'll be a second fruit, but those are the fruit, the people that we're going to be helping and protecting. But just don't worry about that. You get into that, I don't want to confuse y'all. Although I probably already just did. Just know we come back. There's no conjuring. Demons get conjured up because they don't have a choice. They can't choose to come back. They gotta hope somebody brings them back, and they gotta convince people to try to bring them back. We ain't gotta talk to anybody. We get asked to come back, and we make a decision based on whatever was spoke about. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm not coming back. So y'all better get this shit right, because I'm not doing it. I refuse to. I even spoke to the ether already, which I'm a part of, and let the ether know I'm not coming back here. Don't even ask me. This shit better be a paradise beyond a paradise beyond a paradise beyond belief of a paradise that I could never imagine my own self, no matter what I tried to do, even in that little, even in my ether energy, you know what I'm saying, light being body, energy being, you know what I mean, ether being body. And I ain't talking about physical either. And I had enough. And teaching has been hard because our people are hard-headed and stubborn. They don't like when you tell them something. So hold on. But yo, he's telling you the truth, man. Hold on. Now, eventually I'm gonna show y'all this But he can't teach you about spirituality. Bobby Hammett, eventually. And Bobby Hammett's going to give you the secrets to the soul. It's the secrets of the soul. But I do imply he does know all knowledge, but you still with him. Chew the meat, spit out the bones, and anything that I allow you to hear on that video that I may not explain. Do your research
in the United States about this Green New Deal.
Do your research on it, okay, please.
I don't know if you've had an opportunity to look at that, but what are your thoughts? Is this a good idea, or are we in trouble, or what's the plan?
Well, it's a recipe for mass suicide. It's just quite amazing that someone that is in government, actually elected to the government of the United States of America, would propose that we eliminate all fossil fuels in 12 years. This would basically result, if we did it on a global level, it would result in the decimation of the human population from 7-odd billion down to who knows how few people. I mean, it would basically begin a process of cannibalization amongst the human species because the food could not be delivered to the stores in the middle of...
Now look, if they go to a green energy deal, which is better for the planet, is what we should do in all green energy. Solar, wind, shit like that is what they talking about. Solar and wind. Energy. Natural energy, so that, you know what I'm saying, won't hurt the earth. Right? Then boom, it's for the planet so the planet will live longer. But these are scientists have acknowledged this now, that if they go do this, which is why they're not going to do that, which they keep trying to say global warming so they can try to kill people off the planet, because they know what's about to happen. But they, listen, we'll just keep going. We're not going to get too deep into that. Yeah. So I can stay on track. Now they want to sit there and tell you that if they go ahead and do this thing, that they'll be cannibals because they won't get their meat. They won't get their meat. Are you following me? They will not get their meat. And because these people are aliens, demons in the flesh, that's all your outside nations are, demons in the flesh. They like to eat meat. They can never quit eating meat. So if their stores don't have it, then they're going to become cannibals because they need their meat. Studies have shown that if you are an outside nation, no matter what outside nation it is, and I named plenty of them in other videos, all of them need meat. In fact, the diet that's preferred to them is meat. And in fact, if they don't get a good amount of meat, they have a hard time surviving because they need meat. That's why they told you how to eat meat in slavery. Trying to make you like them eating meat. So what do you think they're going to do when they can't get their stuff? They're going to eat each other. And if you're amongst them, they're going to try to eat you. And all the people that are our people who have not stopped eating meat, who just will not stop eating meat, that's on y'all. Y'all got that worms that's going to your brain, to your pineal gland. It's going to control that brain, and it's going to make you crave for meat. So much so that you're going to go and eat white people and all the other outside nations, the ones I named, and a lot more that I did not name, because you need meat. That's what the book said, I'll give you teeth as your gift, because you're going to want meat. Now do you understand why they stop eating meat? And then the other thing, and the meat, I'm going to do a lesson about this. Besides that, there's worms in there. Yes, that's all meat. And then you have the geochrome in it. That is all meat. All right? It ain't just the pork. And there's no way to kill the worms and all meat. Now, so what that mean? What does that mean? Okay? What do lizards like to eat? Insects. Bugs. Worms. You got worms in you from the meat. What do the lizards, reptilians like to eat that is specialty besides you? worms that is in you with your meat, because you ate the meat. Are you following me? Why it's important not to eat the meat? Let's keep going.
Cities anymore. How would this, even just that one point, the point that bothers me the most is if you eliminated fossil fuels, every tree in the world would be cut for fuel. There's no other source of heating and cooking once you eliminate fossil fuels. You can use animal dung if there were any animals left, but the animals would all.
We're not supposed to be cooking at all. There's not even a need for a fire when things are the way they're supposed to be, because you have no winter, you have no night. It is hot and sunny all the time, forever and ever, a forever hot, 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 super hot, hot, perfect for us, rest day, every day, only one day, all day, all long, all the time, never change a day, to simply just keep going and keep going. That's heaven. With plenty of trees, plenty of fruits, vegetables, bigger than your head. Ooh wee. And tasting so good. And they all got seeds. There's no GMO. There's no need for cooking. Looking for water? For what? It's all in the food that's coming from the trees that's gonna be here. Are you following me yet? So if they can't cut down the trees, this is, I'm just saying, because it is what it is, because they cut down the trees, then the air's gonna be gone, and they need air to survive. Wow. So it seems like they got themselves in a hard rock and a hard place, don't it?
Die too, because, well, first off, they would all get eaten, and any that survived would have to go wild because there'd be nobody left to look after them. I mean, it's the most ridiculous scenario I've ever heard. People recognize when something is preposterous, and I think that's the best word for it. Well, the best word for it is actually
Oh man, you know what? I just forgot to mention something. Isn't what's that guy? Who's the president? Who's the fake president? Your fake president. Your fake president is Biden, because he's not the real president. But your fake president, isn't he pushing the green energy deal, which that's really Trump pushing it, because Trump is actually a real president still, and Obama's the president of some part of Africa, some bullshit. Like it's a whole lot of shit. There's like 3 different motherfuckers. One you never even seen in the polls. So you really got like 3 different presidents right now going on. It's just crazy. I proved this a minute ago. I have the receipts on old channels. I'm just not gonna go back to that right now. But anyways, the green energy deal. That's what they pushing. That's what they signed for, and it's gonna fuck them up. So now they got this green energy deal going forward, right? It has been for before I left Boston. They was already pushing that shit, and they had already signed it. So almost 3 years, 4 years. It's got to be something like that. I'm not even sure anymore. But anyway, yeah, man. And you see all these solar panels popping everywhere. Yeah, that's good for us. We like that. Solar panels going everywhere. That's not good for them, because you know what? They reach to a point where they can't keep taking the fossil fuels, because then they'll hurt the planet. They'll cease to exist, because they would basically destroy itself just to get rid of them. Right? We'll come back. We ain't got it already knows we good. Right? So they don't want to do that. So they abandon that, because they can't keep doing it. They go on to green energy. They don't have a choice. But now they're like, dude, we go to that, bro, then we're gonna lose everything to burn. So we gotta go for trees. But we can't do that, because we cut any more trees down, will be enough oxygen to support us to sustain life for us. Talking about them, it's not us. Talking about them on the planet, and we'll just die off. That's what they're saying about them, not us, right? So boom, so they can't do that. Isn't it funny when you totally get yourself in a hard rock in a hard place, and you just know where to squirm? I'm just saying. Just saying.
Suicidal. But why would anyone vote for something that was going to result in the death of nearly all humans on Earth?
Because it's inevitable. They releasing this, man. I told y'all what's coming, and they killed you 12 years because of 12 cranial nerves, 12 zodiac signs, all of this stuff. They gave you 12, but this is going to happen much sooner and much faster, my brothers and sisters. Why would someone vote for something like this, huh? Come on, man, because it's going to happen regardless. It don't make a bit of a difference. This is just something. This is just smoke. This is smoke and fires and messages. And you can listen. Food for thought. You do the dishes, just like my man Orion would say. We're not in Kansas anymore. Age of Aquarius, where the truth is more disturbing than the lie. Dark ages, baby.
Mm-hmm. And like I've been saying, 2024, we knock on the door, because that's when the door gets the knock. Peace and love.